Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Today is pizza day. Yeah, those of you who watched yesterday's episode will know that I had the pizza out and thawing on the kitchen counter there. I kind of, it was sort of a strange thing because somehow I did know it was Saturday, but when I got up in the morning I thought, I better get the pizza out and get it thawed out. Oh my goodness. All right, now, step 45, which we are in right now, is the last step before we start the rear torpedo compartment. Okay, so there's actually quite a bit more we have to do here, more than just sticking all these pieces together in the right place that we now have all painted. As far as I know, I've got everything nipped off and everything painted. Yes, we got the wheel in the wrong place, but I think it's going to come out okay. We'll work something out. However, this part right here is the overhead bulkhead, which I have to be really careful how I pick it up now because it's got some pipes hanging down that are just really delicate. Okay, that actually, I believe, has lights in it in different places. See if I take it like this. Well, it only shows one. There's got to be more lights in this thing. Okay, you know what? I think what I should do is just take a moment here. When we view this overhead bulkhead thing, we are going to be viewing it sort of in this angle like this. I think probably at an angle about like this. We will be looking into it, and I think there should be more than just one light here. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty dark, and there's a lot of wonderful detail in this compartment, mainly our engine, which I have lost already. I'll be right back. Yeah, as the Terminator said, I'll be back. Okay, I don't think he said that in that movie though, did he? Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of wonderful detail here, and we're not going to see this if it's not really illuminated. So I think what I'm going to want to do is see where can I put more LEDs in this overhead bulkhead other than just this one here. That doesn't make sense. Well, there's a couple of holes here, but I think they're for something else. Yeah, I think there's a... Yeah, that's right. One of these pieces right here actually goes in there. Okay, that now makes sense. But yeah, there's only one light in that room. That doesn't make sense at all. Okay, but in fact they don't even show. I'm going to just take a moment here and I'm going to flip back to where we were making this part and see where did they want me to put lights. Okay, here it is, way back in step 37. 37. I just was thinking when I was paging back here and my manual was all falling apart. The manual for the Yamato, the three different that snap was another fly. I thought I was rid of those things. The North American version of the Yamato, the manual is similar to this, maybe a little better quality. But the manual that goes to Europe, it's a wonderful thing. I think you could sort of take it apart almost. It's got altogether different binding, same manual, basically, but different type of binding. And I don't know why I just thought of that. if I had my choice, that would be the manual I would take, because I think you can take the back off. You know how I like to photograph my pages? Well, if I can get them perfectly flat, when you're photographing them, they're going to be sharp. And in other words, I can open the lens up to its maximum sharpness, which the lens that I used is anywhere between 4 f4 and 5.6 is at its maximum sharpness, but the depth of field is bad. So you want to have your film, you want to have your subject as parallel to the film plane as possible, or the sensor and the camera as possible. And if the page is going like this, it's not. This is a problem I'm developing. I'm just going into detail. It's not important. We're talking about lights here now. Okay, so I am seeing. It looks like there was supposed to be a light right there. Okay. Yeah, that's clearly a light. I don't know what else it could be. And you know that's the only one. Okay, what comes out on the other side of where that hole is? Okay, well, there was something supposed to go there. I'm just going to push stop here. I'm sure I have driven you all crazy here. I just want to make sure that we don't glue this together and then find out that I have to try to very carefully drill holes in it and get the lights in. I want to do it now. Okay, once again. Okay, what I'm trying to do here is get a lot of this assembled so that I can see when I drill more holes for the lights, that I'm not going to be blocking anything that later has to be put together. I believe this is the last large piece that has to go in. And this little tongue right here goes in that slot down there. Now, I haven't glued anything. Okay. So, and then this piece here, I was thinking I'll put it on last, and then I noticed that the manual says install last. So that has to go on the top like this. So I would think then, after I get everything else assembled and glued down so that it's not going to pull out on me. Anyway, I think I can tell now where I'm going to want to be putting more electric lights. The motor is going to be installed on these two rails right here. Let's see, can you actually see them? Maybe I'll take this piece back out. This is the deck that you'd walk on. The motor is going to be a little bit recessed back into that. Okay, so the motor, where's a pointer here? Okay, it goes mounted on this rail and this rail, and it'll be sitting in there. So I would think that the lights. Okay, well now let me check the monitor. Can you see this? Yeah, there is supposed to be a light right here anyway. There's a place for a globe there. You know, I should check that 360-degree drawing and see what does it look like, and then I could maybe also see if there are other lights, but it wouldn't really matter what it was on the real ship. I gotta install the lights where they're not going to be problematic onto the model. Okay, here we are in this 3D drawing, and this is extremely sensitive to mouse movement, and it's the complete opposite to the. Did I say 3D? I meant 360 degree. It's the complete opposite to what I'm uploading onto YouTube when I, go on my motorcycle rides. All right, now let's stop it right here. The only light fixture that I can find that I think was possibly original is this one. Now, we've got a couple of fluorescents there. I saw those right away, and I thought, well, they didn't have fluorescent lights in World War II ships. So I Googled it, and it turns out they did. So it's possible that the engine room had fluorescent tubes instead of light bulbs. Now, let's see if I can get up to that one right in the center of this box that's coming. Yeah, there it is. Okay, we're looking straight up now. Now, clearly you can see this is a light bulb. Okay, yeah, this is the thing that we're not going to put in, and yet on the other hand, if I am not going to be using an LED right here, then maybe I should put that in. I've still got it. I think I saw it the other day, so I didn't throw it out and just paint it white or something. But the rest of it, see if I can slowly turn around here. I can't see any other. Oh, wait a minute. Here's a light fixture. Okay, here's one that's an old one. You can just see it there. Okay, let's see if I can find any more. Okay, here's a red one and a green one. Those are the ones that we installed on that part, remember? And I painted them red and green. It's hard to go slow here. My goodness, what a myriad of stuff. Oh, here's another one. Or is that the same one and I'm just... No, I think we looked at this one and we just made a complete circle. Okay. All right. Okay. We checked and we saw there is more than just the one in the center. Let's move on here. Let's see. I would think I could probably put one maybe right here. I don't know if I want to try and drill all the way through to get that one. So I'd like to have 5 or 6 lights so that this motor that we're going to be installing, all of these little details is going to be almost glowing. I can always dim them. I can always dim those lights to a certain extent. Actually, I think I can dim them right down. Yeah, they are dimmable. Some LEDs you can't dim them, but I think these ones we've experimented and we concluded we can dim them. So, okay. One thing I was noticing that was surprising. I had thought that the ribs on this part right here would have matched up with the ribs on here, but they don't. This one almost matches with this one, but then it gets progressively different. Another thing is what is going to be I guess what's going to happen is the black outer shell, is what you're going to be seeing through there, and then all of these ribs and everything, because they're a lighter color, are going to show up nicely. So I think the inside of the outer shell is the dark color like this. We are just getting no place here. Well, actually, that's not true. We are. Okay, let's just carefully take this apart now, and and try and get some holes drilled in appropriate places here. Yeah.
Rainy's piece of raisin bran and became so thoroughly sick that she collapsed during her walk and had to be rushed to emergency.
Missy did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness! Now hang on.
One and only time she ever jumped on the table to eat off it.
Now I better explain to the viewers what's happened here. I was busy editing my video, and all of a sudden a little dog comes to the computer. Oh yeah, thanks Max. I forgot about that. Okay. Yeah, so we didn't have our usual opening scene here.
Yeah, I didn't know what happened. I let her go at the park and she disappeared around the tree for your place, and I came around the tree and she was halfway down the driveway saying, "Ron has died. We gotta check on him quick."
Yeah.
Rainey said to me, "You mean you just open his door and walk into his house?" I said, "Pretty much."
Yeah.
She said, "Oh."
I was so engrossed in my editing there, and I was listening to what I had done, and all of a sudden, Missy's right there. Yeah. Yeah, there's a little spot here, little crumb. Okay, I think you got everything. Yeah. All right. Now this is what your stuff was moisturizing on. Yeah. So.
She says, "Now I'll eat the sponge."
You got it all, Missy. You got it all. Yeah, we're just not up to par here this morning, are we? No, we're not up to par. Yeah. Is that my thank you? Is that the thank you you're going to give me?
She got out of her kennel this morning. The first thing she did went to her toy box to pull out the 3 toys she got yesterday. She must have been thinking about them or dreaming about them.
Really?
One's an orange, really loud, squeaky bone. One's a hard chew bone, and one's a rope chewy. Yeah, and she was, she loved that. The orange bone squeaks like it's a mouse or a rat, and poodles are ratters. They were really bred to kill rats in the streets and sewers of Paris, and that's why she grabs something and shakes it like that, They used to have pit contests where they'd throw to a sack of rats, and then they would time to see how long it took their pit bull. Actually, in France, I think they use poodles. They pick up a rat, shake it once, kill it, pick up another, shake it, kill it, and they would bet on the dogs.
No, for goodness sakes, yeah.
And it was in a pit, and hence the name pit bull. Yes. So she got this thing.
Yeah, it's beautiful out there. Yeah, Missy snuck up on me this morning. Now I had forgotten we have actually made a hole right here. And so that gives us a light there. And I've sort of decided that what I'm going to do is, with this piece here, I'm going to drill this out right here and have an LED coming out there. But it means I'm going to have a hole going all the way through and coming out the other side of the overhead bulkhead here, and the hole that's in the bulkhead will have to be larger so that I can get the light LED all the way in. That might be a bit of a problem, because what if I'm bringing the LED in from the other side and it sort of turns a little bit sideways and doesn't want to fit snugly in here? It might be a bit of a problem, but I think I can probably do it. Otherwise, it would be, as I had mentioned, I put the little dome thing on here and paint it white, but I think I'd like to have a light there. So that would give us two. Now I'm going to reassemble this back together, and this time I'm going to have it so that I'm going to place some of the long round pieces that, like the one that had find out where exactly that one that has the wheel on it goes. And there was a couple of other pieces also that had to, let me just reach it here. There's this one has to go somewhere in there, and there's another one. Okay, we got this one here. It has to go somewhere, but I think it goes up against the bulkhead, I think. Oh, okay, and I won't know until I actually get everything more or less in its place, and that might be a little bit time consuming. I have the overhead bulkhead back in place, but not glued in. It's just sitting there. And this part here goes into this square slot that you can see right here. Now I've already tried it, and if I try to get it in, this part doesn't want to, this piece that I'm holding onto right now is supposed to go underneath this box, and it's about maybe a millimeter too high. And I tried it, I've tried it with by putting this piece in first. I guess what I'm doing right now is I just want to see where it would be safe to put lights, and we'll worry about this other stuff later. But it's supposed to go in. Okay. Just let me recompose here. Maybe I'll just take this off. And I'll start again. This one's in place. That's the way it's supposed to go. And so we wouldn't be able to put any lights along here, because that's where this is. So it's a good thing that I checked, because I was actually thinking maybe putting lights there. But I can see now that they're going to have to go somewhere else. Okay, they're not perfect, but they're basically in place, at least down on this bulkhead. And I think that this one here could go a little bit more this way, which will allow this wheel to slip up in where it's supposed to go, something like this. Okay, this part right here is now underneath that box. However, this overhead bulkhead is not down all the way on the back of the other bulkhead. And okay, so we are going to be having an LED right here in that hole. There's going to be another one right here. Now I don't know if I'd want to be putting anything right there. It almost looks like we were supposed to mount something there and I missed it. Maybe I should check the manual. Anyway, I could put an LED right here, and another one, you know, like maybe right here. That'd be safe, I would think. It seems that this thing here doesn't fasten to anything, as near as I can tell, unless it's something coming up from the motor. The motor is going to be sitting right in here. Anyway, I think I'd probably be safe to put LEDs. Okay, maybe one here and one here. Oh, we're already going to have one here, so maybe I'll put one here. Let's just see, what have we got going on here now? This has to be put on the top of everything. Probably not going to be able to see it. I'm starting to get a headache here. Well, not really, but yeah. One of the viewers mentioned that this module was the hardest one to make, and now I know what he's talking about. I think I was saying yesterday when I came back from going for my bike ride that possibly I could cut this in half. Or maybe what I could do here is just eat half of it, if that's possible. Okay, this bulkhead goes up and this tab goes into that slot. It goes like that. We're going to have a light right there. Okay, then what we're going to do is for the extra ones that we're going to drill, there'll be the one that goes right here. Then I'm going to put one here, here, and where was the other mark? Right there. Okay, so I hope that after I get it all together, they're not ridiculously in the wrong place. I'm going to call her quits for today, but before I do, I just wanted to mention that I'm thinking of maybe rehydrating this decal and see if I can't just poke that ragged edge down in behind there, tuck it in a little bit. It just doesn't look right whenever I look at it up close. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're gonna see you tomorrow.